Actually, no, it's well into the afternoon. I thought today I would do things a little bit differently. And I thought I would sing you my quarantine report. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that. Yes, I got my guitar this morning. I'm very happy. Although I've already had a knock on the wall. Somebody obviously didn't appreciate my guitar playing. I think it's possible. Quite a few people in here are like, um, you know, on US hours. There's a group, a Facebook group that I'm a part of people in the hotel. Quite a few of them have said that they're on US hours. So if I'm playing guitar and it's when they're supposed to sleep, I'm really sorry. Anyway, so yeah, it's today. Everything's great. I was happy this morning. I got my guitar delivered, and I spent a little bit of time playing that. Did a little bit of work. Had a very nice lunch today. A salad, chicken Caesar salad, which is the best food that I've had here so far, because it's very difficult to like mess up and serve it badly. Yeah, pretty good. Um, I thought also, some of you are probably wondering, what the hell am I doing in Australia? Um, well, it's pretty simple. I'm on unpaid leave at the moment from work. I'm being paid by, sort of being paid by the government, national insurance, although that's being paused while I'm here. But I'm not. I'm not actually technically. I mean, I'm working, but what I'm doing at the moment is pretty much voluntary. So I'm off work, and obviously I work in tourism, so international, incoming tourism, and um, there is none right now, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any incoming tourism into any country. I mean, some countries maybe, but um, for probably another year. There's not much to do at work. There's not a whole lot of incoming inquiries, and I mean, we're doing things like creating content for the website, some videos, doing video tours and interviews with people that we work with and whatever, just for content for our website. But basically, and trying to think, like figure out other ways to maybe get some business, internal tourism or whatever in the meantime. But there isn't much happening. So I thought, I was supposed to come out to Australia anyway before the coronavirus thing, with my whole family. And one of the reasons is I haven't seen my parents or my sisters, in 2 years now, more than 2 years actually. Haven't seen my sisters in 3 years, 2.5 years, or whatever it is. And you know they're fine. They're great. My parents are not. They're in great health, and they're in good spirits. But I haven't seen them in a couple of years, and I thought, you know what, it's time. I've got the time now. I can, I have to do 2 weeks in quarantine in Australia, and I also have to do 2 weeks in Israel when I get back. But now's the time. I have the time. Why not, go and do it? So I'm in Australia for a total of 5 weeks. The first 2 weeks here in quarantine in Sydney. The second week I'm in Sydney, but I'm obviously just visiting friends, and I don't really have any relatives. I have a couple of cousins, but I mean I don't have that many friends, relatives left in Sydney, but lots of great friends, and I'm going to spend some time with them, and then I'm heading up to Queensland, to Cairns, where my parents are, where I'm going to spend a full week with them, and that's the whole purpose of the visit. and then the plan was also to spend another week at the end in Melbourne, where I have my two sisters and a lot of other family. Um, Unfortunately, Melbourne is in serious lockdown, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to pan out. It's possible it won't happen. It's possible I might do something like spend, 3 days with each sister just in lockdown, which might not technically be very kosher, but I mean, you know, I think it'll be all right. I mean, I will be certified corona free. I hope. So I'm not the problem. Um, Victorians, you're the problem. You diseased people. You, how dare you? My God, in Australia, it's unbelievable. I mean, Melbourne and Melbournians and Victorians are like they're plague carriers. There's a big surge in Victoria. Big surge. 200 and something cases per day compared with Israel. We get, what was it, 1,500, 1,800 per day new cases. It's all absurd. But yeah, so Victoria is under serious lockdown. Melbourne is under lockdown. Hopefully I can get down there. I'm really upset because it means I'm not going to be able to see some very good friends that I have down there and some relatives that I really would love to see. That's it. So I'm here for 5 weeks in Australia, and then I go back and I do 2 weeks in quarantine in Israel when I get back. Um, so 7 weeks that I'm not going to see my family, well, my wife and kids. That's a serious bummer. But look, I mean, um, we have Zoom, we have we have WhatsApp. We've been talking a lot so far. I mean, you know, every day or second day. Um, it's 7 weeks. It's a long time. It's the longest I've ever. Well, it's by far the longest I've ever spent away from my wife and kids. Um, but it's also, on the other hand, 2 years I haven't seen my parents. So more than 2 years. So it's the price I pay, I guess. Anyway, that's the video for today. Thank you to everybody who liked the previous video that I asked you to like. If you watched the whole thing, looks like just over 20 people, which is, I think, pretty good, and I'm reasonably sure that quite a few people also watched half of it or whatever. Um, yeah. I mean, good. Thank you. I mean, listening to my boring bullshit for 10 minutes or 8 minutes or whatever a day. I don't know if I'd do it, but you suckers, if you want to waste your time like that, Vakasha. Talk to you later.